Hi everybody, this is Faye. I'm not on camera today because I don't feel like getting dressed in everyday clothes. I'm still in my pajamas because we are currently in the middle of a pretty bad snowstorm actually. Today I'm going to do the first 2 weeks of the YouTube paganism challenge that I've seen. I'm about 3 weeks behind. Week 3 will come in at a different point. And also I have a little trade slash giveaway, maybe. I have 3 decks of tarot cards that just don't work for me. And I'm looking to get rid of them. We have, just the regular old Rider deck, the Celtic Dragon deck you can see here, and the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot. And I'll let y'all know at the end of the video how to be in the drawing or trade with me or however we want to do this. I haven't quite decided yet. So week 1 is finding your path and what it had. How have you found your path, basically. And I notice a common theme in most of the videos I see about finding your path, and it's just not feeling comfortable, usually in Christian religions, Christian-based religions, which is true for me too. I was Catholic growing up, and pretty devout Catholic. I wanted to be a nun at one point, and I became more and more disillusioned the older I got because of things I found unfair. Like, the highest I could ever be was Mother Superior. I would never be a priest. I wasn't worthy, air quotes, to be a priest. I wasn't able to do a lot of things that I really wanted to, and the whole position on gays and queerness and a woman's right to choose in the Catholic Church especially just was really off-putting to me. So I church hopped a lot. I ended up going to Baptist churches and apostolic Pentecostal, Wesleyan, I think, was another church I went to. And I can't remember the first book I read, but one of the earliest books I read was Teen Witch by Silver Ravenwolf, and parts of it really struck a chord with me, and other parts I'm like, this makes me incredibly uncomfortable. I don't think that's right. A lot of it was, don't tell your parents, they won't understand. Some bullshit like that, basically. And I'm like, I can't not tell my mom, because my mom was a single mom, and I was several hundred miles away from my dad at the time, so I didn't have a great relationship with him. But not telling my mom my religious leanings made me feel really uncomfortable. So I put it away. I was a little disillusioned with paganism at that point as well. And so I finally got a hold of Scott Cunningham's Truth About Witchcraft Today and the first Wicca book, which Wicca for the Solitary Practitioner, I think is what it's called. And I got more comfortable with that. So I was able to finally kind of talk to my mom about it, and she didn't talk to me for a week. She was really weird about it. Like, she's not overly religious, but she just kind of rolled her eyes, and we never talked about it again. And I went to stay with her for a while after I got my CNA degree, and she kept telling me, Courtney, you can't be a hippie here, which was code for, we're in the middle of the Bible Belt and they're not going to appreciate your witchiness here in Kentucky, which, true and false, I think. There were definitely people who were like, oh, you're going to hell, and there were definitely people who were just nonchalant and didn't care about it, but my path was pretty weird. I tried to be, Celtic Reconstructionist, and I tried to follow a Celtic Druid path for a really long time, and this whole time, the Roman goddess Vesta was pretty much up my butt about everything. She would, every time I would meditate, I would be like, oh, I want, Rhiannon to come to me, the Welsh goddess, or, I want to communicate with the Dagda more. And I'm like just trying to be Celtic because I have Irish heritage, and I thought that's what I had to be. And I have Italian heritage as well, which is why I think Vesta kind of pulled me, and I was kind of ignoring the Italian heritage. I was ignoring a lot of the things my grandmother taught me and that she learned from her mother-in-law, who's also Italian. My grandmother is Irish, but she learned a lot from my great-grandmother, her mother-in-law, my grandfather's mother. Wow, that was way more explaining than I needed to do. But yeah, she was trying to teach me little Italian magic things, and I would never, ever take the title of, I can't remember the Italian word for witch now, but it's more of a title than actually just the word for witch. I would never take that, not unless I really spent time studying Italian witchcraft and got in with actual Italian witches. But Vesta was always there, and I was always cooking and cleaning and doing things of that nature. Although my cleaning has slacked off considerably. I'm trying to get my office situated. It's not working. But especially like the cooking and the hearth magic and the kitchen witchery and all that. And there's Vesta the entire time. Hey, I have messages for you. Stop ignoring me. And when I eventually did stop ignoring her, a really very interesting thing happened. I was ready for everything that she was showing me, and that was really weird to be there and finally say, fine, what do you want? And have her be like, well, this is what I want, and once you start doing it, you're gonna feel better. And I'm like, damn it, you're right. I do feel better. Which leads to being the week 2, which is being in or out of the broom closet, as some people say. I am very firmly half and half. There are definitely people who know, and there are people who don't need to know, and my whole family knows. My whole family knows. It's no big secret. My uncle and my sister are both pagan. My dad's agnostic. My stepmother's Catholic. My mom is agnostic-ish, I would say. I have atheist cousins. We run this spectrum of religions. So my whole family knows, and it's no big deal anymore. No one at my current job knows, I think. I've never talked about it. It's never come up in conversation because I don't let it come up. I don't talk about religion. I don't talk about politics. I work in a very unsafe environment for political and religious discussions, so it depends. And I think that's another common theme among pagans, especially pagans today. It depends. on who you're talking to is whether or not you're in or out of the broom closet. There's definitely unsafe places. I very firmly believe that if certain managers at my job knew my political and religious affiliations, I could lose my job. And which is sad because it's a retail job and you shouldn't be afraid to lose a retail job over something as honestly trivial as religion or politics, but I feel like it would happen. That being said, I don't know. That's about it for week 1 and then 2. My path was really straightforward. It was very easy for me to get into paganism. I read lots of books, a lot of Scott Cunningham, and a lot of the older stuff. Dorian Valente. I haven't read any of her stuff in years. A lot of Starhawk. Unfortunately, a lot of Silver Raven Wolf, because that was what was available in my little tiny small town bookstore. And then I got a lot into history and Greek and Roman mythology, especially in history. And the Roman stuff especially, just kind of molded to what I needed in my life. Vesta came to me and she said, hey, I want you to do this, 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 and this. And if you do, you will notice you're a lot happier. So just do it. And I said, okay, whatever you want, I will do. And that's it really, and that's week 1 and 2. Now on to the fun stuff. Like I said, these tarot cards don't work for me. And I really can't afford trying to buy new tarot cards, trying to figure out which tarot cards will work for me, so I'm willing to do a trade. They're all here. You got the World, Judgment, the Sun, the Moon, which is really pretty, which makes me sad that these don't work for me. Star's really pretty. Tower, the Devil, which is so cool looking. Let me get you in frame there. Temperance, Death, Hanged Man, Strength. I mean, they're all there. Let's get into some of the pip cards here. King of Cups. It's all vampire and goth and dark. Cups. Cups are actually kind of cool. Got bats. Ace of Cups. Swords. Swords are cool. They got feathers. Not feathers. A sword and feathers. Swords. Wands is cool. A lot of dragons. Wand and dragon. And this one it does say pentacles. It's not coins or what have you. I think what really turned me off of this one is using skulls for the pentacles or coins, because it's the earth. It's the earth set, and I'm an earth sign. I'm a Capricorn, so if I don't gel with the pentacles of a deck or the coins of a deck, I'm not going to gel with the deck. So, everyone knows what that one looks like. This one, I think this is from DJ Conway. I don't have the book. I just have the cards now. But, I mean, the dragons, the artwork is really nice on it. The dragons are pretty. And again, just, this one, it's coins instead of pentacles, although the coins are pentacles. I don't know. I didn't design the deck. The cups. That one's kind of cute. Cups. Wands. Wands look nice. So I don't know, just send me a message. Tell me if you want to trade. Tell me if you want to, I don't know. Lover's card is cute. Yeah, we'll do a trade. We'll do a trade. Unless nobody wants to trade, then I'll think of some kind of giveaway. And a future video we'll figure that out. But yeah, if you want to trade, we'll do a trade. And I'm signing off, and I'll see ya real soon.